Hello,
Okay.
guys. Thanks for joining us. You've got a new single out. You've had a couple now.
Yes.
How's it feel to have these songs out in the world and stuff, and people digesting them? Feel free to answer whenever you like. I'll come back to the next one. Whoever speaks first.
Okay. I'm gonna just throw this to Brett first. Brett, what do you think? How do you feel about it?
Um, I think that we write good songs, and so I'm happy that people besides just us will get to hear them.
Yeah,
Right
it's
on.
crucial to have it out in the world, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So for me, I think having the amount of music we have released so far out is no matter how many people have heard it, I think it's really special for me because not only is it, the outlet of creativity and expression that I have, it's really absolutely crucial in my life right now.
Yeah,
I'm kind of hoping that the few people that have heard it, it's touched, and it gives me that feeling that it's going to reach somebody and it's going to speak. And it surely has. Like, there's the guy, he was a kid in Ireland, Seth, who decided, hey, I'm going to cover this song. And it was fantastic having that
yeah.
kind of, connection with him and feeling like, hey, this kid was inspired by us. Like,
He's gone on
wow.
to form a band now as well, hasn't he? Which is like
Yeah.
wicked,
And I'm
isn't
just
it?
blown away by that because that's just not something I ever expected. That's really cool.
Yeah,
That's really
I think it's always good if your band can either be the band that makes bands form or makes currently existing bands split up. I think that's the two.
I don't think I've ever thought about that, but yeah,
If
for
they watch
sure.
you and go, nah, just not going to even bother anymore, then you've also done
Oh
something
yeah,
pretty
okay,
good.
yeah. There are plenty of those. Plenty of
Just shame
like
them out of playing ever again. But
pretty much every 17 to 19-year-old that's into metal just made me want to quit. So I was just like,
Yeah,
wow.
it's
Like,
easy, isn't it? And do you know what?
yeah,
With the age of kids as well, like every younger generation gets like a little bit kind of better at playing than like back in our
it's
day. We were
true.
lucky to hack out like Breed or something. We were like thought we were like, wow, that's like
Right.
Satriani level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
dude, for
and
real.
then like kids now are like, and you're like, oh, you make
All
me
over the
ill.
place. Like, oh man, it's coming back around. Everything repeats. And I mean, I guess it's doing it again in a way. I mean, there's so many bands out there that are just like kind of getting tired of this genty, not that it's not talented and progressive and amazing. It's just kind of like it's so oversaturated that people are kind of like, maybe there's something more raw and visceral to express myself with rather than go down this rabbit hole of how do we code the Fibonacci spiral into our music. Let's let Tool do that,
Well, yeah, I was gonna say it is interesting, isn't it? Tool, like they're so popular now that they don't even release their album on CD apart from in a real limited box, and there's no normal release. It's just like, and it still goes to number one. Do you know what I mean? That's pretty insane. They didn't even do a general release, and it went to number one. That's like, and when Taylor Swift held
confidence.
Taylor Swift
I mean,
held
they're
her
good.
whole album off of Spotify and managed to get to number one that way. But like Tool just go, you know what? We're not going to make a CD properly. We're just going to make a limited box set and like the vinyl, and that'll be enough. And it is. And a good album, amazing timbre. The drums just sound beautiful on it. The
Yeah, I've
drums,
always loved their drums for sure.
yeah.
From APT to Tools, like they've both got incredible drummers.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm completely honest, whilst I came to Tool first and I had like Enema first, definitely, and maybe
Yeah.
even Lateralus, maybe I think before I had that first Perfect Circle album. Oh, so good.
Yeah, I love
So
Murder
good.
Nog. It's probably like my favorite song on that whole album.
Which one, sorry?
Brenya.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can reel them off for me. Like I love so much of it. Judith, I'm completely fascinated with the video for Judith by David Fincher, where Paz Len, I can't say her name, but Len Shathin or whatever it is, who's in the Pixies now, and she was in Swan with Billy Corgan as well. She does this thing where she's got her hair down for the first half, and then it goes into a break, and it just goes to the guitar, and she ties up her hair and then keeps on rocking. And I'm like, you're a cool lady, you know? A cool rocking lady. I remember I saw A Perfect Circle, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but Maynard decided to have he just jerked off, basically. I saw him at a gig and he just started jerking off in his pants. So it wasn't like he had it out or whatever, but he was just, his hand was in his pants, and it was like that, you know?
Huh. I don't think we'll ever do that on stage.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because there's that band.
Never say never. No.
Well, there's that band that currently got a lot of like press or kind of, you know, a lot of criticism because the girl singer urinated on a willing fan, and curiously enough, they're going out supporting Tool soon. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen Mike Patton. I've seen him take a wee. I haven't seen him live, but I've seen photo evidence of him.
Yeah, no, I saw that live. That was weird. Yeah, I saw that live.
I mean, like you saw that live.
Yeah. Yeah, it was at I want to say Bill Graham Civic Center in San Francisco, and maybe he did it multiple times, but maybe I blocked that memory out. I haven't thought about that in a long time. That was fun.
Yeah, I would have probably blocked that too.
Yeah, they say if you're going to San Francisco, be sure to wear some flowers in your hair, but I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. Do you know, maybe to kind of protect you a bit, or maybe so that they get watered. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the splashes going on. Yeah.
Yeah, do they have
close up too?
Was that Mr. Bungle or Faith No More?
Yeah,
or?
There's Mr. Bungle.
Mr. Bungle.
Yeah,
I wonder
Mr.
if they have like Shamu, they have a splash zone marked out.
Yeah, like a tarp down. Yeah, they must. I think they were opening for someone too. Maybe Primus. I don't know, but yeah, they have to respect the other acts. That was crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Something allows me to let Mike Patton get away with anything. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. It's Mike Patton. If you want normal out of the guy, you've come to the wrong place.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
If you've come to see Mr. Bungle, then
yeah. Have you got any of his like his voice albums where it's just him? He made them on tour whilst on tour with Faith No More with just a 4-track and like effects units and just a microphone, and it's all just him going and stuff like that. It's amazing. It's amazing. There's one called Adult Themes for Voice, and you should track it down. It'll give you, I don't know whether you'll listen to the whole thing all the way through, but at least for like the first half, you'll be like, this is really entertaining. Then you might be like, I'll save the second half or something.
Probably where Jonathan Davis got his scat skit from.
When I saw Korn, well, one of the times I saw Korn, the first time I saw Korn was on the Issues tour, and they had Mike Puffy Borden on drums and from Faith No More, and it was suddenly so apparent just how much they were like Faith No More. Like, it's like, oh my God, they're the same band, aren't they? Kind of thing. It's like crazy.
Wow.
It's just so much, like you could see how easily he was just like, yeah, I'm just doing my normal thing. And it was like, oh yeah, you are, aren't you? Like, so yeah, great. But so cool. So you've got an album already. You must be, I guess, even though the songs are coming out, it must be kind of a bit weird to know you've got all this stuff kind of sitting there.
Yeah, and we've got even more than that. Like, we've got probably a whole other album's worth of stuff ready to go.
Wicked.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It's just the way of the industry now. Obviously, you know, with you, because you've got lots of good songs, it'd be a super waste to chuck out an album and those songs can't get their individual kind of moment in the sun kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's all, as soon as something's an album, it's like, oh, that's all gone, that's done, it's not new anymore and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I suppose this is the right way to go. But yeah, it must be because it's been a long old path now. Since, I mean, you made it before I even met you guys.
That's true. Yeah.
So how long has this been now since you made the album?
I want to say what was it? It took us about 6 months to write it, but it was all the production that took so long because we had to find like the right just feel and right people, and you helped us a lot with that because it was just, I don't know, we constantly shifted our minds on like, what is it that we're missing here? It was obvious something was missing, and I mean, you've done justice to it as much as you can, and I feel
Yeah.
like we're happy enough with that. So going
Well,
forward, we have a learned experience. But ever since uh, late 2019 and
right.
part of 2020,
Yeah.
because of the pandemic.
Just
So
before, yeah.
mhm.
Crikey, yeah. So that would feel nice early next year to get that out. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that was Craig's whole deal. He was really frustrated with how long it took. But I'm like, man, back in the day, bands took 3 or 4 years to get anywhere, and I'm okay. I'm patient. It'll
Yeah.
take
I mean,
time.
also, I think you could have maybe put it out, but then you'd basically just have this kind of album, which is just kind of maybe didn't get the amount of attention that
Oh
it
yeah,
deserves and
it would
everything.
have vanished into obscurity in a week.
And the
And
way
I
that things
understand
move
it.
nowadays, that's not even that week isn't even like over exaggerating, is it? It's like
Yeah,
things move like so fast that you're like, oh really? You're still talking about that? It's like, yeah, man, I'm not going to go to the studio for another 6 months. I'm going to be talking about it for a while.
Yeah.
yeah. I gotta say that's something I missed about growing up, is that things had so much more tangibility, and people would really hang on to things for a little while because you wouldn't be bombarded and pounded with consumerism. And I mean, like, you would, but it was such a, you put something in the mail, at least in the USA, you put something in the mail and you can't even expect it for 4 to 6 weeks. So you had to have that patience, like, oh, okay, four to
Yeah,
six
yeah,
weeks.
yeah,
Oh God, if you told someone on Amazon 4 to 6 weeks, you're just like, next product, fuck you.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's very
I
true.
can't. I've always said, convenience will be the death of man, because it's just going to be like, what was that film animation, Wall-E? Like, totally.
All right.
So that's a good representation. We're
Yeah.
all going to be fat and happy, just like, yeah, this is great. Who's doing my fucking thing next? Whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I got shit. I got to eat. I got to shower, and someone's doing that for me. So who cares?
Yeah. That'd be weird when you have someone to do your shit for you. That'd be really strange. Little
Yeah.
robot comes and like grabs it out your butt or something. Like,
Yeah,
I think I just took a shit.
something. Truth is stranger than fiction.
Yeah. You're the one with the medical background, Brett. Is that a possibility?
No, that's not around yet. They don't have it.
Aren't you working on that?
No, I'm not working on that.
Well,
Oh,
now
okay.
maybe we've suggested it. Now there's
I've
some
been
money
trying
in
to
it.
think of it. Yeah, trying to think of ways to make more money. Maybe that's my niche.
Well, I
right
tell you
now.
what, it's not being in a band, so you might as well invent a shit grabber.
Yeah, totally. I mean, but I don't know. I don't know if you can convince people to do that. People really love to shit. They spend
Yeah,
time doing it. So I
yeah.
mean, we
But
all,
there's
as a
some
species,
people.
collectively love to spend time shitting.
Yeah, you know what? I would like to say it's because it's where you get your best thoughts, but most people don't even have thoughts, so I don't even know.
Just make it feel good.
Yeah, well, I just come up with all my best stuff when I'm either on the toilet or in the bath. That's my two, like, boom, brilliant kind of thing. So yeah, well, I think brilliant. Some of these are quite failed projects, so who
How
knows?
drunk are you in the bath when you're thinking that?
How what? Sorry.
How drunk are you in the bath when you're thinking these thoughts?
I mean, I don't have to be. I don't have to be out of it, but that would help, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
I've had one beer so far today, so so you're already getting like having gone to work and had a beer to kind of level himself out type Lee. Anyway,